You wake up before your alarm. The world outside your window is grey and a little bit cold. Your phone buzzes with a message that work will be longer today. Your boss needs you to fix yet another crisis. Coffee is bitter, and traffic is worse. Most people would say, yes, that's a recipe for a bad day. But according to the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, that's just life, and the only thing that matters is how you deal with it. Stoicism, not a word most people use every day, unless they're talking about toughing it out through a dentist appointment, or maybe ignoring a really annoying neighbor. But behind that casual mention is a philosophy more than 2,000 years old, a blueprint for living, if you can believe it, a perfectly content life, rain or shine. So what is Stoicism? Rewind to ancient Greece, to the city of Athens in 300 BCE. A merchant named Zeno loses all his wealth in a shipwreck. Undeterred, he stumbles into a bookshop, finds some philosophy, and decides to spend the rest of his life figuring out how to live well, even if the universe decides to slap you with misfortune. His followers start meeting at the Stoa Poikile, the painted porch, which is where we get the word Stoic. The core Stoic idea: you don't control much, but you do control something. You control your thoughts, your actions, and your responses. That's it. Everything else, other people, the weather, your boss, random acts of fate, those are outside your control. And if you focus on what's outside your control and tie your happiness to it, you're going to be miserable. So you get a flat tire on your way to work. A Stoic asks, can you control the tire? No, but you can control your reaction. Get out, fix it, or call for help. Complain for an hour, and you're only hurting yourself. This is the basic principle, but Stoics went further. Epictetus, a former slave turned teacher, put it simply:
We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgments about them.
In plain English, disappointing things happen, but whether or not you freak out about them is up to you. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, philosopher-in-chief, and the world's busiest Stoic, kept a private journal of his thoughts. It's full of reminders.
You are not upset by things, but by your opinion about things. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think.
These reminders are not cheerful, but they are honest. You could die today, so spend your time well. Now, before you think this is just cold indifference, gritting your teeth through pain, or pretending not to care, that's not it. Stoicism is not about pretending things don't hurt. It's about accepting that pain, loss, frustration, and bad luck will come. You don't have to enjoy them, but you don't have to let them break you either. So when something happens, a rude email, a broken promise, even a layoff, the Stoic principle is to pause, remember what you can control, and act only where it matters. Of course, this is hard, very hard. That's why the Stoics practiced. Seneca, another famous Stoic, liked to imagine every possible disaster, losing his home, his friends, even his life. It sounds morbid, but he claimed it helped. By facing up to the worst, you shrink the shadow of fear. As for daily life, Stoicism encourages a few habits. Reflect on each day, keep your desires simple, watch your judgments, and help others without expecting anything back. Anger, envy, and self-pity, they waste your energy. Cut them loose and focus on living according to reason and virtue. That's the Stoic plan. Use your mind well, accept what you can't change, and do your duty, whatever it is, honorably and calmly. Thousands of years later, Stoicism is still around. It's used by athletes, entrepreneurs, even military leaders, and surprisingly, it adapts pretty well to modern life. Try not to react to every annoyance, and you'll stand out. Notice what you can actually control, and suddenly, the world looks less overwhelming. You can't change the weather. You can't stop bad luck, but you can choose your response. That, said the Stoics, is the only real power you'll ever have. And if you learn to use it, maybe, just maybe, every day gets a little clearer, no matter how gray the world outside your window becomes.
Stillness awaits. Subscribe.